Unemployment's dropped considerably. We're at a 3-year low. We're talking to companies all the time about getting them to come to Florida. This week, Embraer is adding a research design center in Florida. 7-Eleven's adding a lot of stores in the Jacksonville area came back. They haven't been there for 20 years. It's part of telling our message that Florida is absolutely open for business.
We should add that your numbers actually have gone up in the approval rating. You're still sort of below water, as they say, but nonetheless they've improved. I wanted to ask you about the unemployment rate. It is the lowest it's been in 3 years, 9.6, which isn't anything to brag home about, but nonetheless it is lower than it's been in 3 years. But then this month, job creation fell, like 36,000 jobs lost in Florida, which is the biggest monthly loss of any state. What happened?
Well, the numbers don't make sense to me. We have 24 workforce boards, and we track every month how many jobs they filled. They filled 35,000 jobs. We're when I came into office, 568,000 people were on unemployment. Now it's about 360. So we're making progress every month. So I know those numbers. We dropped 0.3% unemployment that month and lost jobs. So I'm not sure.
Haven't figured that out yet.
But I assume that February will be different, and we'll see what happens over the year because we had a great 2011.
Let me ask. I want to move you to the Republican race just to get. You haven't endorsed anyone publicly yet. Do you think it's time? We saw Jeb Bush come out and say, Mitt Romney, time to bring the party together. Do you feel that it's time for this Republican race to end?
I mean, I think it's great. We're learning more about these candidates every day. I think the race is great. I think that if it goes on, we're going to learn more about all the candidates that are up there. It creates a lot of interest. It looks like we'll have a nominee by the time of the convention, which of course will be in the great state of Florida. But I think it's great. Great they're having a race.
But all of the figures sort of run against that. When you look at what has happened to Mitt Romney and to Newt Gingrich and to Rick Santorum over the time, it has been that independents, who are quite valuable in Florida, as you know,
very valuable,
are walking away from these candidates at this point, that this has become damaging to the image of the Republican Party because it's been so fierce. And that the theory being that there has to be some time for making up this image deficit.
You know what I think? I think the election is going to be about one issue. Tell me what the job picture is going to be. Whoever has a plan that the American public believes is going to. I won my race because they believed I had a jobs plan. That's why I won. That's who's going to win this fall. Whoever has when you go to the ballot, you're going to say, who's going to make sure that there's a greater chance I'm going to have a job next year. That's who's going to win. And I believe the Republican nominee will be that. But whoever. That's what they're going to have to do. I'm glad that now they're talking about jobs. I don't think they talked about jobs enough in the early primaries. There was a lot of other issues. This is about jobs. In our state, it's education for your child, it's jobs, and keep the cost of living low. That's what's important.
So can I just extrapolate from that? We are seeing improving economic figures in your state, but nationwide, that certainly is going to benefit the president this fall.
Absolutely. But in the end, it's going to be, tell me what you're going to do to make sure that our country is the #1 place in the world to build businesses. That's how you get a job. I'm doing that in Florida. We're going to make sure Florida is the #1 place in this country if you want to build a business.
At least I know you'll have activity in August.
You're going to be busy.
Thank you so much, Governor Rick Scott. We appreciate your time.